Applying for an Australian spouse visa, officially called the partner visa, is a significant step for couples wishing to build their lives together in Australia. Whether you're married, in a de facto relationship, or engaged to an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen, the partner visa process is designed to help unite families. But it's also detailed, rigorous, and requires careful preparation. Today, we'll break down the eligibility criteria, the application process, recent updates, and essential tips to help you navigate the journey with confidence. To begin, understanding the core structure of the spouse visa process is crucial. The Australian partner visa is divided into two main stages: the temporary visa and the permanent visa. If you're applying from within Australia, these are known as subclass 820 for the temporary visa and subclass 801 for the permanent visa. If you're applying from outside Australia, you'll be dealing with subclass 309 for the temporary stage and subclass 100 for the permanent stage. The process is largely similar for both onshore and offshore applicants, with some procedural differences we'll discuss later. Eligibility is the foundation of your application. To qualify, you must be either married or in a genuine de facto relationship with your sponsor. Your sponsor must be an Australian citizen, an Australian permanent resident, or an eligible New Zealand citizen. For de facto couples, you generally need to demonstrate at least 12 months of living together, unless you're registered in certain Australian states or have special circumstances like shared children. Same-sex couples are equally eligible, reflecting Australia's commitment to equality. Evidence of your relationship is paramount. The Department of Home Affairs requires proof that your relationship is genuine and ongoing, not just a marriage certificate or a statement. You'll need to provide substantial evidence across several key areas. Financial aspects include joint bank accounts, shared bills, and joint ownership of property or vehicles. Social aspects involve joint invitations, photos together, travel records, and statements from friends and family attesting to your relationship. Household evidence shows you live together and share responsibilities, such as joint leases, utility accounts, and correspondence addressed to both of you. Finally, you'll need to explain the nature of your commitment, future plans, shared goals, and how you support each other emotionally. Recent updates to the partner visa process have introduced several important changes. As of November 25, 2023, applicants are no longer strictly required to be outside Australia at the time their visa is granted, offering greater flexibility, especially for those navigating travel restrictions or personal circumstances. Another key update relates to English language proficiency. Both applicants and sponsors now face stricter English requirements aimed at improving settlement outcomes and communication. Accepted tests include IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and Cambridge English. However, exemptions exist for citizens of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland, and for those with tertiary education completed in English. Security, health, and character checks have also been expanded. More thorough police clearance certificates are required from all countries you've lived in for a year or more since turning 16. You must meet health standards, which usually means undergoing a medical examination and possibly a chest X-ray. These measures are designed to protect public safety and ensure applicants are of good character. Let's walk through the step-by-step application process. The first stage involves gathering your documents. This is often the most time-consuming part, as you'll need to collect evidence of your relationship, identity documents, police certificates, and health assessment results. It's important to check the Department of Home Affairs website for the latest document checklists, as requirements can change. Once you've prepared your documents, you'll lodge your application online through IMI account, the official portal for Australian immigration applications. Here, you'll complete detailed forms about your relationship history, personal background, and supporting evidence. You'll also pay the primary application fee, which as of 2025 is AUD 8,150. Keep in mind, additional fees apply for dependent children and supplementary costs like medical exams and police checks. After you submit your application, you'll receive an acknowledgement letter. You can then upload additional documents, check your status, and communicate with your case officer through IMI account. Processing times vary, but around 75% of applications are processed within 12 to 18 months. Delays usually occur when evidence is incomplete, documents need verification, or further interviews are required. Complex cases, such as those involving previous visa refusals or limited evidence, may take longer. During the waiting period, you may be contacted for additional information or clarification. Respond promptly and thoroughly to all requests. It's also essential to keep your information up to date. If you move house, change jobs, or your relationship status changes, update IMI account immediately. Once your temporary visa is granted, you'll have the right to live, work, and study in Australia while your permanent visa is processed. After a further assessment period, usually 2 years from your initial application, your relationship will be reassessed to ensure it's ongoing and genuine. Provided all criteria are still met, you'll be granted the permanent partner visa, opening the door to full rights as a permanent resident. For those applying offshore, remember that your temporary visa allows you to enter and live in Australia while awaiting the permanent stage. Thanks to recent policy changes, there's now more flexibility regarding your location at the time of visa grant. A few tips can greatly enhance your chances of success. First, be comprehensive and honest in your application. Fabricated or misleading evidence can lead to refusal and long-term bans. Second, organize your evidence clearly, labeling documents and explaining how each supports your case. Third, consider professional advice for complex cases, such as previous refusals or unusual relationship circumstances. And finally, stay informed. Immigration policies evolve, and consulting the official Department of Home Affairs website or a registered migration agent ensures you're up to date. The Australian spouse visa process is detailed but designed to be fair and thorough. By understanding the eligibility criteria, preparing strong evidence, and keeping up with recent updates, you can approach the journey with confidence. Remember, it's not just about paperwork. It's about demonstrating a real, committed partnership and your intention to build a future together in Australia. For more information and updates, always refer to the official resources or seek advice from qualified professionals. Good luck on your partner visa journey, and may your new life in Australia be filled with happiness and new beginnings.